Hi, this is Molly Elwood. This is a presentation that is talking about Elwood's organic dog meat, what it is, why it works, and yeah. Do know that this was made in fall of 2022, so some of the numbers are outdated, and we've done more things since then, but this does really give an idea of everything in the Elwoods world and, yeah, its impact. Here we go. Before I start, I do want to say that while none of the content here will be graphic, I will be sharing screen grabs and audio that include threatening language and obscenities that may not be suitable for everyone. Fun. So yes, I'm Molly Elwood, and yep, I used my real name for some reason. I'm a copywriter, and I've spent over a decade writing for brands and organizations like Microsoft and HP and Keen Footwear and Farm Sanctuary and Impossible Foods. I'm also a vegan activist, and I run a local organic free-range farm.
For over 20 years, the tradition of providing wholesome dog meat to local families and beyond began with our step-uncle. His passion for a sustainable family farm was instilled in us. Taste and tradition, quality and friendly service is what our family has strived to offer our customers since 1981. Now with over 50 different dog meat and dairy products to choose from, you can find us at local grocery stores, farmers markets, or come visit us here at Elwood Farms to experience the amazing flavor of fresh, local dog meat. With our hands-on approach, we strive to produce high-quality dog products every day, from the way we care for our packs through to production and distribution. Great tasting dog is simple. We care. Elwood Dog Meat. We're a family farm.
So, what is this? And as Mary wants to know, is it real? Just to be clear, there is no dog farm. I don't even have a companion dog. This is a creative vegan activism project encouraging folks to explore their cognitive dissonance around the animals they choose to put on their plates. And for a little backstory, I just wanted to make a vegan bumper sticker. I didn't like any of the ones that were out there. So, Elwood's Organic Dog Meat thought I'd put another sticker next to it that said, "Why you mad? Go vegan." And that was it. So I did it. I made this giant car magnet online using clip art. I tweeted this asking for feedback. Funny thing is, even if no one liked it, I was still going to do it. And I bought the URL elwooddogmeat.com. And then I made the website. I made my dog meat farm in just 9 days using Wix. And then I made a social media account. And then a month later, this post went viral. And someone gave me a grant. And suddenly I was running a dog meat farm. Trudy here really wants to know where we're located. Folks get on this farm journey through social media. We are on most platforms. We are in the streets. I have posters and brochures and leave behind cards and all sorts of fun stuff on the site for activists. These are perfect for bulletin boards at grocery stores, leaving them in restrooms. And I did end up making my giant car magnet. I love driving with this. And I have it for sale at cost so other people can join me in the fun. Some people wear our hats and our shirts. In May of 2022, we had a rolling billboard in Las Vegas. This is something we love to do more of with donations, wink, wink. Also not included in this presentation because it just happened was we had an ad on the London Underground, which was pretty epic. Some vegans do samplings in their cities. I send them design files and sometimes shirts and printouts, and they take it from there. There have been quite a few. You can see an up-to-date list on our website, elwooddogmeat.com/news. We've had a Vegandale booth in Chicago twice, New York City twice, up in Toronto and down in Dallas, where we pretend to sell dog meat to the non-vegans. They are not happy. A few news places have written about it because vegan equals clicks, but also dog meat equals clicks. We had a lot of coverage for the London Underground ad that you can also find at elwooddogmeat.com/news. So what happens? Some people like Mac here figure it out, but not everyone does. Let's walk through the reactions. This is the type of post that gets the most interactions, the ones where we say goodbye to a dog. We say goodbye to 268 today. She was harvested peacefully and ethically, along with her pack of 22 others. So when I set this up, I didn't expect this at all, but in the comments, the vegans are in on it and they pretend it's real, which sets a trap for the meat eaters. Dustin says, "This was Mochi before we harvested her. Short on legs, but not on the meat. 10 out of 10 would eat again." Christine says, wow, beautiful, the way God intended. Enjoy your harvest. These city folk wouldn't understand. God bless. Some people get it and ask questions about veganism. Jalen asks, I love animals and would save them all, but how do you survive? I guess my question is, what do you eat as a vegan that doesn't affect an animal? Some people don't get it, or even if they do, they tag their friends, which brings more people in having to talk about it and wonder if it's real. Some folks share the post looking for answers. Some people get it and laugh, or scoff, or pretend it doesn't matter. But all of this blend of confusion and conversation and weirdness and dark humor, gives this project a massive reach. This is all organic reach, like our dogs. This is the biggest post I have right now, and like I said, this presentation is from August 2022. As of September 2023, this same post has 22.2 million impressions, has reached 18 million people. For you numbers people, this is the reach on Facebook and Instagram between August 2021 and August 2022. That was 32 million on Facebook and 380,000 on Instagram. But, who is actually looking at the website? And again, these numbers are from August 2022. At that point, the website had gotten 2.5 million people a year to engage with veganism. As of now, September 2023, that number is 3.5 million since its launch. So, how is this made? When I started this, I knew I wanted to create content using the words and imagery from the meat industry and animal farmers. This disarms them. They can't say these aren't their practices or that vegans are twisting their words. So I use their social posts, especially ones like this. This ranch says, the greatest gift an animal provides to a human is the sacrifice of its own existence to sustain the life of the consumer. So I put in the word dog, and Built by Joe thinks it's disgusting. Viking Soul wishes us the most tortured life. Hillary Joy went to the website and gets it! Yay! And the vegans chime in at the bottom. This post always haunted me. It says, holding someone's future breakfast. And it's wild how all you have to do is replace the animal with a dog, an animal who is less intelligent than a pig, not that that matters. And suddenly people think it's horrific. David thinks we should be euthanized, but then he gets into a conversation about veganism and revealed he lived with the Tiger King. I Googled it. It's true. I used their stories. This 4-H mom shared how her sensitive child struggled with the emotions involved with bringing his sheep to the fair to be auctioned off for slaughter. I put in a dog, and Vicky is not happy. What are you doing to this child's mind, she says. A lot of meat eaters follow Elwoods for fun, so I take the opportunity to educate by sharing the harrowing stories that happen every day on animal farms. This pig farmer shared how she had to restock after her farm burned down with all of the pigs inside. She says, new here? In May of 2018, our 5,600 head sow unit burnt completely to the ground. That, my friends, is a whole different story. I'm beyond excited, blah, blah, blah. I looked up the news story and found that number was actually 18,000 because of piglets. So I used her quotes and the facts from the event, and the reactions are much less supportive than the ones the pig farmer received. And I shared the story again to bring attention to a similar event at a dairy farm in Vermont. I also use government guidelines. This is how we euthanize dogs who are sick or injured or do not make it to slaughter. And I sometimes use their ads. I did a few posts around the animal welfare certified meat at Whole Foods before they were taken down by Facebook because that is not allowed.
With our hands-on approach, we strive to produce high-quality dog products every day. From the way we care for our packs, through to production and distribution. Great-tasting dog is simple. We care. Elwood Dog Meat. We're a family farm.
So, do people get mad? When people do get mad, it's the stuff I'm sharing isn't real. Yes, it's real. Jason here was not happy, even after figuring it out that it's not real. They report us to Facebook, to PETA, to the police, or in these examples, to the higher courts and to the city of Sacramento. We also get a range of threats. Many are too graphic to share here, but this one is a good example. It's courtesy of a sports reporter at an AM radio station. Yes, he used his work email address. He says, actually, no, I'm just going to give you a second to read this message. Sadly, he did not subscribe to our email newsletter. But yeah, a lot of threats. This page is also a really good media literacy experiment. It's not looking good.
Y'all are disgusting. I hope somebody shuts you down.
I just want to let you guys all know,
Please kill yourselves, and I hope your business burns down. Fuck yourself.
I hope you go to hell, and I hope you all have terrible, terrible lives. I hope you get brutally murdered.
When you do get to hell, I'll be the guy with the wings torturing you.
And the only thing I can tell you is there a special place in hell for people like you. Luckily, y'all don't live close to me. That's all I gotta say.
You're the type of people that need to be let in a fucking pit bull pen.
What kind of person do you have to be to openly slaughter dogs and eat them?
Eat dick! Wait till I find out where you're at.
I also set up a voicemail just to see what would happen, and I have thousands of messages at this point. I like to share them as though we're being attacked by vegans, because only vegans would care so much about animals, right?
You sons of bitches, if you're the ones that's killing, how do you humanely slaughter a dog? How do you do that? And then you got this big fancy thing on Facebook. You're ridiculous. You're horrible. You need to be shut down. You need to have a sack put around you and a wire around your neck and left and threatened by a machete or something. Or have your hair burned off. You're a son of a bitch. You need to be arrested, all of you.
So, why does this work? I have some theories. I try to play things close to the vest and not give it away. I avoid posting things for humor's sake, anything that is obvious, unless, of course, it's something that a farmer has already said. In this post, we slaughtered 51 dogs because of canine TB. Again, this is from a real farmer's Instagram post about their cows. If this appears in your feed, you will feel compelled to consider what you're reading and get to the bottom of it. And while I'm sure the majority of people don't think it's real, they are still forced to figure that out, and then they are stuck thinking about it. This is also a very personal solo experience. They aren't aware of the vegan in the room when they first stumble across Elwoods. Their journey goes something like this. What is this? Is this real? No, it can't be. But what is it? Why would someone make this? I have to learn more, or read more, or share it. Ugh, it's vegans. And then, why am I still thinking about this? It's also funny. Oftentimes, we vegans are criticized for not having a sense of humor, and it's usually because someone is making a joke at the expense of animals, or vegans, or both. And knowing the truth, there's rarely room for laughter. Elwoods is a rare chance for vegans to shed the light of the plight of animals in a lighthearted way. Yes, this humor is super dark, but it can be a relief from sharing more gruesome content that many non-vegans can't bear to look at. And the lesson is in what the audience has to figure out. Why did someone make this? Do I agree with it? Why or why not? And the impact has a long tail. Whether they agree with the lesson or not, the experience is visceral and sticks around. It's a seed planted. And maybe they'll find it funny and share it. And maybe they'll get mad and share it. Maybe they'll follow the page and learn more about animal ag. And maybe they'll realize they can't keep ignoring their feelings. I got this message in March of 2022 from a vegetarian chef who said this page was inspiring him to consider veganism. In July of that same year, he reached out again, meaning he's still following along. He saw a farm-to-table post that reminded him of Elwoods. And finally, Elwoods talks to people as though they're already vegan, which I think most people are, and this helps them realize it. Obviously, there are many types of activism, and people find their reason for going vegan in many ways. And Elwood doesn't work for folks who aren't sentimental about animals, who are nihilistic about suffering. But for dog lovers, for animal lovers, for people on the fence, for vegetarians, this helps speed up that connection. And finally, does this actually change people's minds? Does it work? Do people think about the message? Do they go vegan? I can't prove that people have stuck with it, but going by messages I receive, people do change. I keep a Twitter thread sharing the farm's lost customers. Here are just a few of those messages. But this was the most moving interaction I've had, and in closing, I'd like to share it. It was 3 phone calls in a row from the same person.
Hi there, my name is Kieran. we farm like veggies and things like that. And so farming as a whole has always been a huge interest of ours. And I was so amazed, I think in shock. I've never heard of anything like this before in my life, but I really genuinely would like more information about learning about what you guys do and how you go about it, like the regulate everything. I'm just so curious. So yeah, good luck to y'all and thank you for your time. So I just called you guys. I'm Cameron. I was so curious. So I listened to your voicemail greeting, and it said go to your website. And now all of my questions are answered. You guys are great. And thank you for your time. And I hope that my voicemails are pure entertainment because this was so good. Thank you. Third message. This is Cameron again. So you guys' message is actually really powerful, and I wanted to thank you. We farm veggies on an old cattle farm. And for so long, I was like, well, I just want to do veggies. And then my partner was talking about chickens, and I've been waiting on it just because something about raising chickens and processing them is hard for me, you know? And then they've been talking about getting cows back on the farm. All that to say, I took a second to really, after I realized like what you guys' page was about and everything, I took a second to really think about it. I haven't really thought about veganism much at all. You know, it's such a joke and such a trope, and, you know, people just talk a lot of crap about it all. So either way, your page actually made me fucking stop and think, you know, and I do have dogs. And so, I mean, thank you for, as much as this is a really great joke, dude, like it's hilarious. I also, like, I literally stopped laughing and realized, like, dude, actually, this isn't really a joke at all. So, I don't know. I think you get what I'm saying. Sorry to have called you 3 times. I think that you just went through some emotions so quickly with me. But at the end of the day, I'm really thankful for that experience. And I really love what y'all are doing. I think it's actually, I don't know, I think it's some real stand-up shit that you guys are doing. So thank you. Thank you for the thoughts that all of this triggered.
Thank you for tuning in to my presentation. I hope you'll visit us on social media or on our website or share us. And yeah, if you ever decide to go vegan, the whole dog farm is rooting for you.